Hey there, it's time for another In the Dock with Jeff. I'm Jeff from the Road Warrior Entrepreneurs, and I'm here in Franklin, South Carolina. Interesting drive, kind of out in the middle of nowhere, but nice little town. So shout out to anybody that even knows where this place is. So on my trip today, I was kind of thinking about, I had a bit of a layover. There wasn't a whole lot of freight at the carrier I'm at Panther. So I ended up sitting for an unnecessary 34. And I know that this is a frustration for a lot of people right now, especially at the mega carriers. Gosh, they don't have any freight, this, that, and the other thing. And I think we've got to be a little careful, and we got to put this in perspective. You know that we don't like doing the whole politics thing, and I personally feel that paying too much attention to the news can actually be a little bit wonky for your mental health there. But gosh, you know, you got to pay enough attention to know what's going on in the world, especially how it's going to affect your business. So the freight business right now in the United States isn't great. We all know that. The volumes are okay. Don't let people tell you that there's not a good freight volume. The freight volumes are actually pretty good, back where they were in 2017 and 18 before COVID. The problem is, and this is where it gets a little sticky, there's too many trucks on the road still. You guys, I encourage you to research this for yourselves. But so what happened, and it doesn't help with the finances so much, but it might help a little bit if you understand what's actually going on. During COVID, we all know that the rates spiked up. You know, we were seeing insanely high rates for even dry van freight, up around the $3-4 range. Nothing special on that freight, but yeah, when the world shut down, drivers went home, and it left a hole in the market a little bit. So what happened was, a lot of these people that said, hey, there's opportunity in freight, and even people that had no understanding of the freight business at all went out and bought trucks, hired drivers, and put them on the road. And they made a butt ton of money there for about 9 months to a year. And then it started recovering a little bit. People came back to work. And we were left with just a lot of trucks on the road, much more than the volume needed. As we settled down from that height during COVID and things settled back down to normal, we went to normal on the freight rates, or not on the rates tanked. We went to normal on the volumes, and yet we had this glutton of trucks, and we're still dealing with that today. And that's the why. That's why we're sitting more than we'd like to. I get it. You know, I have a family too. You know me, I've got that whole tribe at home. It's tough being out here on the East Coast. My family's in Utah, and it's tough when you're not actually working, making money. You're sitting there at a truck stop, doing whatever. So understand the why, and that might help the attitude a little bit. And then work with the carriers, work with the brokers, whatever business model you're on. You know, I'm leased to a carrier, so I'm working with a carrier. I'm calling them, saying, hey, what can I do for you? I'm taking loads these days still that I wouldn't have taken before, these short hauls. But you know, I'm trying to keep the wheels moving, and that's how you make it through this stuff, folks. Part of being in business for yourself is survival. There are times when you just plain have to survive to get to the other side. Here's what I know, because I've been through a couple of these downturns over the last 20 years. It'll come back. I know there's a lot of people that have a really negative outlook on things, but I don't pay much attention to that. And it's simply because I've been through this before. I've seen it before. When it comes back, man, it's going to be great. But you got to survive to that point. So think about this. What are you doing? You should be in survival mode right now. Very few people are doing awesome right now, so we're going to call that survival mode. What are you doing to just stay in business? Are you doing some things that maybe you wouldn't normally do? And I know I'm going to get in trouble with this from a lot of people, but are you taking those crappy rates just to stay moving? You got to do the math, folks. If all you can get legitimately is a lower paying rate than what you would like, but it gets the truck moving, I'm gonna say absolutely push back, negotiate as best you can, but when push comes to shove, you got to make some money. You got to survive until the other side when things turn around and it's a driver's market again. Once that happens, we'll see rates go up. We'll see volumes probably stay the same, but we'll have a bunch of people going out of business, so that's not concerning to me. Don't be that guy that goes out of business, I guess is my point. Be the survivor. Be that guy that actually runs his business for the long term. And that's what I was thinking about on the way over here, just because I was sitting for an unnecessary 34, because that's kind of what we do these days. Till next time, keep the rubber side down. Get in the comments, let me know, what are you doing to survive all of this? Are you just generally pissed off? Are you looking at things with the idea of keep staying in business for another 10, 20 years, however old you are? What are your goals? Maintain those goals, man. Maintain those goals. We'll see you in the comments. I'm out.